good evening, and welcome to your latest episode of Finding the Funny with myself, Ruth, aka Pat Sheens, and Andrea, aka Angie.
That was very professional, Patty. We're not used to these kind of pros.
I went
You
newsreader
did.
vibes. I'd really like to be a
Yeah,
newsreader.
I think, that's
Yeah,
quite a good thing, I think.
that would be a good job for me, I think. Good evening and welcome to the BBC News at 6 o'clock. Your headlines this evening. A man has been found with an orange on his head.
Do you know what I've found? Where I've been doing the new Posh My Tune,
Which we're going to come on to in a
yes,
second.
but I find when I've been because I've been practicing, I actually find it
yes.
hard to get out of the posh.
Right.
Which,
Newsreaders
that's
are
what I
posh,
was
aren't
thinking.
they?
If I could quite easily now fall very into the sort of, what do they call them in the anchors, aren't they? The news anchors.
Anchors, your news anchors. I think you could be the next Fiona Bruce.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think I could quite easily do that.
On Friday afternoon, James and I had a FaceTime, and for about 10 minutes we were pretending that we were the opposition at PMQs.
Right, okay.
So he was one of them and I was the other, and we kept saying, which I love saying, I think you'll find, Mr. Speaker, that my right honourable friend has missed. They love saying right honourable friend,
love the
don't
right
they?
honourables. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all a load of shit, that is.
But that's what I quite like, because it's like they want to stand up and go, the person opposite me is a fucking prick.
But they can't say that.
They have to say, Mr. Speaker, I think what you'll find about the reason that we're in such a crisis is that my right honourable friend here...
Which actually, he's not a right honourable friend. He's actually a piece of shit who I hate. Imagine if we had conversations like that all the time. Yes, I've just been in a meeting with my right honourable friend, Linda, Betty and Sue.
Well, the other one in court is my learned friend.
Right, my learneds.
So barristers get very Your Honour, I think what my learned friend has missed, when really they want to say, Your Honour, this prick here has missed from the court evidence.
My unlearned friend...
This Section 37 Crime Act order, but they are very, in court, they're very it's like a mini PMQs, really. They get up and they're like, yeah, that's right, Your Honour, my learned friend here needs to remember that actually what the law says
My learned friend here is actually a bell end.
Yeah! My learned bell end! That's what they should call each other. Should I let you into a little secret?
Sure, yeah.
When I cough at the moment, I get a little bit of wee.
Yeah, I could. You're having to really clench, aren't you? A lot of areas.
Well, I was hoping that not having kids would have meant that my pelvic floor...
No.
But I've never had this before. I've hit 40 and bam, pissing when I cough.
Yeah.
Bam.
And what about sneezing?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, I'm bad with the sneeze. If I've got a full bladder, I have to go and change my knickknacks.
I've got a real issue at the moment with it. A real issue.
It's age. I mean, obviously, birthing humans does obviously, add to the issue. But I think age, as soon as you hit a certain age, bang, you're screwed. Especially
your pelvic floor.
Especially, Pats, if you don't work on your pelvic floor or your core.
You've got to work on it.
You've got to work on your pelvic floor core.
Anyway, I think we just need to check in with the video that did nearly go viral.
Honestly, I couldn't believe how many people have seen that. That is actually
everybody was jeffing loving it. If you don't know what we're talking about, last week Ange did a sensational version of Nicki Minaj Super Bass, poshed up to the max, and that video went on our Instagram, and I think it's got 33,000 views.
I mean, that is just mental.
That is absolutely
mental.
Solida.
I was actually talking about this the other day with my Nels, and because I was saying to her, I can't believe how many views this video has had.
Yeah.
And she was saying it's kind of weird because to her, me doing these shit things is quite normal. So you can't,
yes.
to her, it's normal me dicking around in the house, poshing up a
Dicking
tune
around.
or pretending I'm being Stormzy or something like that.
Dicking
or,
around.
Ludicrous or something.
Well, you are ludicrous.
Yeah, yes. But she's like saying it's so weird because to me it's quite normal, but then to everyone else it's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
This woman is poshing up tunes when I've been poshing up tunes for a while just to myself.
This 50-year-old woman.
I'm not 50 yet, Pats.
I knew that would get you annoyed.
Yeah. I've still got 2 more years, mate.
You sounded like Alan Partridge. I might be nearly 50, Lynn. He gets really annoyed when Lynn says he's 50. I'm nearly 50, Lynn.
But there you go, poshing up. That's been my life for some time. I'm just sharing it with the world. I'm sharing it with the masses.
The world. So we put out a little box, didn't we, to find out people's top 5 breakfast choices.
There were quite a few entries.
Yeah. One of them, though, which I'm a little bit frustrated with, came from Nicola, and it's mushrooms, cooked tomato, beans and eggs.
Yeah, that's... What the hell?
What is...
Cooked tomato and mushrooms. No.
Somebody's put... Katie Parker has just put Dick.
Dick, yeah.
She just wants Dick for breakfast.
There was a few. There was Wonky Donkey Me. She also said cock, ha ha ha. I mean...
Wow! Yeah. That gives a whole different meaning to sausage.
Yeah, do you want
that is your sausage?
Yeah.
Sausage. Lot of hash browns. Lot of people on the hash browns. And a lot of crispy bacon.
Yeah, crispy bacon. A few people putting in the weird black puddings. Kerry D. Duckworth.
Black pudding from Kerry D. Duckworth.
Yeah, no, Kerry, I'm afraid
Mandy
that's a no.
has put an omelette, Ange's beloved avocado toast, and Canadian bacon.
Oh, Canadian bacon?
Maple, I assume.
Mrs. Maddie 76, she's just put porridge. I mean, fair enough, Mrs. Maddie 76, but, we were talking about, your proper, your big fry up, mash up. What are you having? We're not talking about a bowl of oats and milk and some berries and some chia seeds.
Mrs. Maddie's just put eggs.
She
eggs. Just wants eggs. Just 5 eggs.
Yeah.
Different ways, same way.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Manddelp.
Yeah.
She has put a stack of fluffy ass pancakes are epic, but nap is required afterwards.
Yeah, that was also the same person that put omelette, Angie's beloved avocado toast, and Canadian bacon. So she's really going all out. She's going your pancakes, your omelette, your bacon, your avo, cough, cough.
She's really going big, isn't she?
Oh, somebody's put fried egg, beans, mushrooms, and beans. They want double beanage.
I mean, to be honest, I'll be with them on the double beans. I do love a bean.
Absolutely love a bean.
Oh, I love a bean.
Ellen Jane has said hash brown, mushrooms, beans, and scrambled tofu. #vegan life. Yeah, I'm just going to let that rest because I don't want to say too much about vegans. If I'm honest, because that'll go viral for other reasons. But you are more than welcome to have your hash browns, your mushrooms, your beans, and your scrambled tofu.
To be honest,
yeah,
tofu, I think
Angie.
is actually, it could very easily go in Dickish Behaviour.
I mean, I think we're skating on thin ice here because, as we know. Listen, we've had a vegan on the show. Ramesh Ranganathan has been on.
Yeah, true.
He carries the flags for the vegans, so we're not anti-vegan.
No,
we are not.
We're just anti-tofu.
What I'll say is that there is... I wish I could say that vegans are militant. There, I've said it. There, I've fucking said it. Because... I've got friends who are vegans.
I haven't. I don't have any friends.
No, you don't.
As soon as I find out you're vegan, that's it, I'm afraid. We can't be friends.
Oh, God, we really are skating on very thin ice. #cancel culture. #cancel the tofu, cancel recordings.
Now, we also I've had a very good question in here.
Okay.
Question/statement from Lucy Loves Rich, one of the OGs.
Okay.
And I felt this would really land well with you and I. She says,
I'm intrigued.
How often are you spilling things down your tits? I feel like it's nearly every meal for me. I don't think there's not many meals go by that I'm not spilling shit down my tits.
Matthew and I went for a Harvester on Saturday.
Yeah.
Love a Harvester. Shout out to Harvester. I love them.
You love them.
Love them.
Mm.
It was celebrated quite massively by Matthew and I that my jumper remained clean.
What the hell?
There was not a single spillage.
No spillage.
And I was in a white jumper.
Shit!
And there was not a single level of spillage down my top.
How did you... Now, okay then, so let's think about this. How did you manage that not to happen this time? Like, did you do anything differently?
So I think it was I did not eat
Trough.
at the speed of light.
No, you didn't eat like a pig.
Well, I don't know. I think Piggy Ruth is always kicking around
she's
somewhere.
She's always there.
Yeah, she's always kind of in the background.
She's always there, yeah. Just sort of levels of pig.
Levels like there's levels of Haggy, there is very much levels of pig.
Yes. That is actually true, yeah.
So I think I had an ice cream dessert.
What?
And I didn't even spill a single drip of ice cream down me.
Sorry, hang on. You had a breakfast and then you had an ice cream dessert?
No, we went for lunch.
Oh,
You absolute bloody pilchard. We went for lunch.
Oh,
I wasn't doing a Mandy Delp. I wasn't doing a Mandy Delp and having like pancakes, avocado, ice cream, bacon, Smarties. Just get me a couple of Diet Cokes. I went for my lunch.
Oh, I thought you went for your breakfast.
No, you spoke to us on the way there, Ange. It was like 1:00 in the afternoon.
Well, I'm not registering times. I don't know what time it was. I just thought you'd gone breakfast, but obviously you'd gone lunch. So,
and I didn't spill a single drip of ice cream down me. I had a salad cart with sauce on it, not a single drip of sauce.
Yeah.
I had ketchup with my chips, not a single bit of ketchup. Honestly, we actually high-fived each other.
That is very impressive because I think normal levels of pig you are covered in it.
Covered. Literally covered down my chin. Round my mouth.
So am I.
Well,
there's not many dinners that go by where I don't go, oh shit, I've got it down there. I've got it on my tits.
The night that Matthew proposed to me.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
I spilt a load of soup down my top. So picture the scene. He's taken me for a lovely meal. He's absolutely shitting bricks. I've got no idea this is coming.
You're being all romance.
Well, we're just having a lovely meal. No, he's absolutely looking back now. I'm like, yeah, he was shady, man. He was shady. Absolutely shitting himself.
Slim shady. He was Eminem.
Anyway, we have our starters, and I spill all this soup down me, and I'm like, oh god, Matthew, do you ever look at me and think you wonder why you're with me? As I'm scraping it off with the spoon, eat.
Yeah.
Classic Margs vibes. That's from Margs, that is. Oh, look at that. I've spilt it down myself. No. Scrape it up with the spoon, straight in the mouth.
In your mouth. Pigs. Yeah. Pigs. Level of pig.
Anyway, so he proposes to me and I've got a lovely shirt on, basically half covered in soup when he proposes. Because, so that is how much we high-fived as we left the Harvester that I hadn't spilt anything on my jumper.
Yeah. Because it happens all the time.
On the regs.
It's the same. Mate. I'm the same. And I'm with Lucy because I just feel like most meals. In fact, actually, it's generally dinner. Dinner is for spillage.
Yeah, I think probably dinner is mine as well.
Yeah.
But there's not really much to spill at lunch, is there?
Unless you have a soup.
Unless you're going soupage.
Yeah, some sort of liquid.
Liquid vibes. Anyway, Lucy, we're with you. It's celebrated. If we leave a restaurant.
Yeah, there's some big high fives.
There's some big high fives.
Now, I just wanted to also bring this message that we had, which I kind of like what she's saying, but it was more about how she worded it that I quite liked.
Okay.
So this is a message that came from Amy_Skoggs. Great name. Amy _Skoggs. She says, so she sent this in because obviously you put the boxes up and you've got 2 boxes.
Yes.
There's only a limited amount of
you've got
characters.
You've got a limit.
So, first box, shitting tits. My husband's stinky ass socks left on the sofa every night.
Agree.
Next box, follow up shit tit. If his socks ever make it into the basket, he pairs them up and throws them in. Now, there were 2 things I liked about her message. The follow up shit tit, which I thought was a great.
Follow up shit tit.
This is, I've got a shitting tits, but I've got a follow up shit tit. And then when she says about them pairing, right now, when she mentioned this, Amy _Skoggs, right? First of all, I loved her message, but then I was thinking about socks, right? And it really, really grated me.
Right.
Because we have 2 men in our house. I have 2 men in my household who basically wear the white sports socks, right? And when they take them off of an evening, they just take them off and they screw up into a ball. Does anyone ever think to unflap the ball before they put them in the wash basket? Do they, heck? So when I come to put the washing on, I have to unflap balls of sock. And that really pisses me off. And I was so with Amy _Skoggs. I thought I've got to bring this because socks in general piss me off.
You need to get a life, mate. Seriously.
Do you not get that with Marnie?
Well, firstly, Margs does all our washing.
Lazy cow.
She does all yours as well.
She doesn't.
She does majority.
No, if she did all my washing, there'd be a freaking mountain every week. I have to keep on top of it, otherwise.
Oh, so we're lucky because there's only 2 in our house.
Exactly. There's 4 people in my house.
But I think a pairing of a sock is wise.
What, when you wash them?
If people pair them up and put them in the basket.
No. Because then you have to unpair them before you put them in the wash. How are they going to wash if they're paired up?
Does it?
No,
it means you don't lose them.
You will always lose them, Pats. Doesn't matter what you do, you will always have rogue socks hanging around.
Well,
and I'm done with if someone could come up with some way of other variety of foot things for your feet. Not socks. Because they are such a pain in the arse.
Do you watch Dragon's Den?
Sometimes, yeah.
Get in the den.
Yeah.
Get in the
den. But then what would it be?
I love Dragon's Den.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Oh my God, I love it when they fuck up.
Yeah, which they do a lot, don't they?
Yeah, I love it when they're like, so year 1 we made £825 with a gross net profit of 400 and a loss of 16,000 in year 2. And then they get to like year 3 and they're like, our projection for year 3 is that we're going to make a turnover of $1 million. And the dragons are like, your numbers don't add up. How have you got $1 million? And they go, I don't know. I mean, my mind's got a bit blank. Numbers aren't really my thing. Well, you're not going to make $1 million in year 3, are you? No, probably not. You're right. Don't worry. Don't invest in me. I'm sorry. I'm shit. Don't invest in me. Thanks very much for your time, dragons.
Do you know who gets on my tits a little bit?
Oh, no.
Stephen Bartlett.
Oh, I knew you were going to say him. I love him in the den.
No. He's starting to piss me off a little bit. This Diary of a CEO shit.
Yeah, I do hear what you're saying.
I follow him on Instagram and he's just, he's always, I'm up at this time, I'm in the gym and then I'm going to see all my businesses and then I'm flying to Dubai because I'm doing a talk and then I'm flying to LA because I've got to meet with someone else. And, just like, Stephen, I don't really give a shit, mate.
Me and Matthew have a running joke when we watch Dragon's Den because I'm not sure anyone really ever wants Tuka Suleiman.
No, they don't very often want Tuka.
And all Tuka can ever say is someone will come on and be like, I've invented this really amazing plug and it's an adapter for all adapters in your life. It's absolutely amazing. It's going to make amazing money. And his go-to is always, I think I'm the dragon for you because I can get you into Boots. Whatever the product. Tuka is there, bigging up his retail. I can get you into Boots. I can get you into Superdrug. Tuka is a cat toy. Nobody's wanting to buy cat toys in Boots, mate. I am the dragon for you.
Is there one of them that's really always into sort of screw fix? Or like sort of...
Oh my God, I'm literally wetting myself as I'm coughing. No, not really into screw fix. I think the only dragon I would want is Peter Jones.
No, he gets on my nerves as well.
If Deborah Meaden was offering me money, I'd be like, Deborah, you've been bailed out more times with the people in this den than I can count. No thanks, I'll go on my own, mate.
Yeah. There is one of them, though, is very heavy into sort of
screw
woodwork and screw fixing.
I don't know who that is. Sarah Davis. Oh my God, I'm literally weeing every time I laugh. Sarah Davis is into like crafts and shit.
Crafting, yes. Yeah. I knew Sarah was into crafting, big into the crafting world.
We actually had this absolutely lovely email from Natalie, and it just said, in capitals as the title, "You are both amazing." Big capital letters, caps lock. She's shouting it out us.
Caps lock, yeah.
I just wanted to say a big thank you. You get me through my days at work. I replay all your episodes, and I still laugh as much as I did the first time I heard them. Thank you both for being so real and for making everyone smile. You both have so much fun. Keep doing an amazing job. Thanks for the giggles and belly laughs, Natalie.
Oh, that's
it's a nice
so
email, isn't
lovely.
It's a nice email, that. Yeah.
Do you know what? Because obviously we had a lovely message this week, and I shared it on my Instagram.
On the Insta.
But your messages, whenever you send them, you have no idea how much they mean. Like, honestly, I think people sort of think that, you know, we do this and we're just brilliant at it and we love it, which we do love doing it. But I always, probably more so than you do, Pats, I always have this like fear of like, I'm just not good enough. I'm not actually very good. This is a bit shit. And we just kind of keep putting it out there. So when people take the time to send a message that says, "Oh, thank you, and I love listening to you, and I love this, and I love hearing you laugh, and the difference you make to my life," honestly, those messages, so much. They will never not amaze me.
No.
So yeah, just wanted to say thank you to, you know, all of you who send these messages in, because they do really mean the world to us. They really do. Okay, so we have had a great Dickish Behaviour in.
Okay, hit me with it.
This came in from M Porter 79.
Do you think it is Mary Porter?
Mary Porter,
Queen of Shops.
It's not her, because I know who this person is, so I know it's not her. But from M Porter 79, and she said, "Dry robe wankers, nowhere near the sea. You don't need a poxy dry robe on the school run."
What has happened with these?
Yeah, they've gone mental.
They have gone absolutely crazy. Everyone is dicking around in a dry robe.
Dry robe. Do you know what I think it is? I think a dry robe has become a substitute for a dressing gown.
Right.
People would not go out in a dressing gown, or very few people would go out in a dressing gown, which I think, you chuck on a dry robe, you may as well go out in your dressing gown.
Do you know what? I don't even think it's that. I think this is back to your cough, avo, wanky mums in their activewear, in their big Land Rovers. It's like, oh my God, this new craze of a dry robe. Oh, well, you know, Susan's got a dry robe. I'm not having her school gates waiting for Matilda in a dry robe. I'm going to have one too, because when Harry comes out, he's going to see that I'm exactly the same as Susan, and she's not having one up on me. It's all of that bollocks. It's like Sweaty Betty, Lululemon. It's like you've got to spend £1 million on what you wear, because this is the fad. This is the new thing. Honestly, those dry robes, man. I saw a woman, no joke, the other day, and this is what makes me think that it's this like ilk of posh, avo, cough. Because she was in her stupid Range Rover Evoque, lording it up. She cut me up, and I was like, and she was going into the pharmacy. She cut me up, pulled up onto the pavement, and got out in a pair of what can only be described as very garish, but I'm sure very expensive leggings, and a dry fucking robe. I live in Aylesbury. I don't know if you know this, but Aylesbury is one of the furthest points from the sea.
Right. What are you doing in your dry robe?
What are you doing in a dry robe?
I mean, do you think it's because you can literally have anything on underneath it and no one will know?
I think it's become a status thing. Lululemon became it, Sweaty Betty became it, New Balance became it, Range Rovers have become it, having avocado on toast became it. It is about status, and it's annoying.
Do you think the dry robe people will also own a Stanley Cup?
Yes. And they'll have a DeLonghi coffee machine. They'll have a bean to cup DeLonghi. They're having sour toast midweek, like you, Andrea Corden.
Sour toast, not
They're
sourdough.
having sour toast. Toast that's gone off. Honestly, I think it's a status thing. I think this ilk of group of people that have got more money than sense are like, oh, they've got that coat.
They're bloody expensive.
Of course they are, Andrea.
They are so expensive.
Of course they are, because us minions, they don't want us kicking around in them, do they?
In a dry robe, no, that's true, actually. Yeah.
It tells you a status.
Yeah, it tells you a lot about a person with your dry robe.
Oh, yeah, I can go for a dog walk, actually, because my dry robe's just arrived. So I've got my hunter wellies and my dry robe. And obviously little Roxy will have a very, very expensive dog coat on, because I think it's a Barber one, actually. So,
yes, of course, yes.
It's like, do
you know what? I think you actually can get dry robes for dogs.
Oh my God,
yeah,
the world has
I think
gone
you
mad.
can.
And they are the people that are throwing a birthday party for their dog.
That's true, actually, yeah.
So I'm with you. I think, M Porter 79.
Yeah.
They are dry. What I like to call is DRW, dry robe wankers.
Yeah, I think that's spot on, actually, Pats, and I think you're right.
Okay, Ange, I don't think we can, off the back of your Instagram success from your previous video, I don't think we can let this week go without a poshing up of my tune.
No.
So what are you going for? What are you doing today?
So I thought, because of the Super Bowl, which happened last Sunday, and the performance by Usher, I thought, let's bring a posh up of Usher.
Fantastic. I'm excited for this.
Okay, so we're doing Usher and his song called Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So for those of you who know the song, there's a bit of a breakdown in it where you have got Ludacris. So I'm actually
Is that the bit you're doing?
I'm starting with the Ludacris, going slightly into the Usher.
Okay, here we go. Strap in, guys.
Watch out, my outfit's ridiculous. In the club, looking so conspicuous. And rah, these women all on the prowl. If you hold the head steady, I'ma milk the cow. And forget about the game, I'ma spit the truth. I won't stop it till I get 'em in the birthday suit. So give me the rhythm and it'll be off with their clothes. They bend over to the front and touch your toes. I left the drag and I took the rolls. If they're cutting it and putting on foot patrol, how you like me now when my pink is valued at over 103,000. Let's drink you the one to please. Ludacris fill cups like double D's. Me and Ursh once more, and we leaves them dead. We want a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed. Yeah. Shorty got down low and said, come and get me. Yeah. I got so caught up, I forgot she told me. Yeah. Her and my girl used to be the best of homies. Yeah. Next thing I knew, she was all up on me screaming, yeah.
I've actually wet myself. Genuinely. Oh my God. I am coughing, laughing, wetting myself as we speak, live on air. That was hilarious. That bit where you went into the chorus and I said, yeah. I want to get you doing a video in a fake dry robe like that.
Right,
actually,
okay, yeah.
I want to come over and film you doing yeah.
See, this is what happens. I just stay in that zone. Yeah.
She was all upon me screaming, yeah. That is absolutely brilliant.
And
that is very funny.
That's quite a quick one, that, from Ludacris.
It is.
I've had to really sort of. There's a lot of.
It's a difficult rap
off
that.
of their clothes. Give me the rhythm off their. Yeah, there's been a lot of. I've had a little.
Yeah, that was so funny.
So there we go. Just, in honour of Usher, whose performance at the Super Bowl was chuffing
Haven't seen
brilliant.
it yet. Going to watch it now in a bit.
So good. I mean, the way he grinds.
Yeah.
He can grind.
He's hot, isn't he?
He is, yeah, he is, yeah.
Okay, well, look, that's it. We're at the end of another episode.
There we go, gang. Bish, bash, bosh.
As always, for listening. We hope you've enjoyed the episode. Remember, you can get in touch with us across lots of different platforms. You can find Ange and I on Instagram. I'm at Ruth_Corden. She's at Ange Corden.
You can find the podcast on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Just search Finding the Funny Podcast.
Or you can send us an email, findingthefunnypodcast@gmail.com. But Ange and I will be back next week helping you to find more of the funny.